Hello, can you hear us now? Does this work? I feel like I see a green light happening, so that seems like a good sign.
That seems more appropriate. Well, we won't know for about a minute until everything syncs up, but we might as well say these things again.
Start all over again. This whole time you've seen us miming.
We're having so much fun.
The few of you who can read lips, good job.
This
You're
is why
ahead of the
captioning
game.
would be
Yeah.
good to start with. Well, back from the top, quick highlights tour so you don't miss too much writing time fun with us. I'm Lauren, a Camp NaNoWriMo intern. This is Tim. He's in charge of important things that he doesn't want to put a title to, apparently. Didn't earlier.
Masa menace.
Okay.
Good?
Yes. So we just want to quick touch base again.
So sorry about the audio issues. We were just jabbering away thinking we were having the best time with you all, and you guys are just like, who are these minds?
What's happening now?
We just explained really fast what virtual write-ins are. So basically, we're going to give you guys a bunch of word sprints and prompts for the day to inspire your writing. If you don't know what a word sprint is, basically it's a timed writing exercise. We'll give you a certain amount of time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. And during that time, you're just supposed to write as fast as you can. We'll also give you prompts for those sprints. Those are totally optional. If they happen to inspire you, great. If they don't, throw them out the window. They're trash. So if you...
They're not trash.
They're not trash. They're not trash.
It should be fine, we hope. We try.
Lauren had mentioned while we were silent for you that we did change some of the prompts. So if you got here a little early, you might want to refresh your page so you can see the new prompts in the video description. And we also had a really funny bit, but now we can't do it because we're out of time. Sorry.
All right, so we're still going to do the first warm-up sprint, get your juices flowing. We got it, link in the description from the writing forum, writing prompts for year-round character development from Debbie. And
thanks, Debbie.
Thanks, Debbie. And it is, let's see, what did that say? What is, oh, we didn't change the first one.
Oh, did you refresh your page?
I didn't.
That's what happened. See, don't be like Lauren here.
Don't be a Lauren. Okay, so.
Do as we say, not as we do.
The prompt is, your character has turned into a total animal. What animal and how did it happen? It could be a four-legged one or like a party animal. So
or a rotund one.
Or a blobby animal. Yeah. Go for it.
We're going to go for 5 minutes and we're starting now. got about 1 minute left. Cool, that's time. Wrap up your sentences if you're in the middle of one. And then as soon as you guys are ready, let us know your word counts in the chat. That's over like here somewhere. Or let us share a sentence.
I was trying to finish the sentence.
Share a sentence you're particularly proud of. Let us know what animal your character turned into, or maybe they turned into like a party animal.
Turns out some people are turning into Laurens, and this "Don't be a Lauren."
Oh my god, that's like so exciting. What happens when they turn into a Lauren?
Some people who are also named Lauren might know the answer to that.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna learn all their secrets.
Well, if you are a Lauren, then you're writing a story right now about a party animal, or lack thereof. My character wished she was a party animal and ended up more of like a shrinking violet. Is that what that's the saying? The idiom? And is now slowly wilting in a corner
of
a perspiration-filled room.
So she like got out like to a party, pushed herself to get out there, and then it's just kind of
turned into a leafy green instead of a mammal or something. Also, we wanted to say that we're looking for prompt suggestions as well in the chat window. So anything you want to share with us, whether it's something you're working on or just a tweak to the prompts, things that we can use later, we'd love for you to start writing them down, and just do that as you're writing or at the end of every sprint.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the YouTube doesn't save that live chat transcript anymore. So we're going to be copy and pasting it regularly. But also, if you really want to make sure that we see your suggestion, you can also tweet us at NaNoWriMo with a suggestion, and we'll make sure to keep that in mind as well.
Also, some cool comments that we're finding, because they're rolling in now. Thanks to the lag, we can catch up. Beth S. says, "A fury rose from her stomach, an aching desire to gouge them from their throats and give them back to their rightful members hidden within the kingdom."
I like that.
I'm assuming the animal is something that is able to gouge, but that's just a guess. Some people says that lots of wolves, lots of werewolves, and wolf-like creatures.
Nice.
Oh no, it's jumping. I saw a dragon named Scales and some crazy drug-fueled adrenaline scenarios. The word counts, there are things like 96, 35, 164, 107, 87. These are crazy, guys. I definitely didn't write that much. Tim's just having a good time reading here.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. Mary got 172 words, and she got a tad distracted, but that seems like an amazing word count to me.
Yeah, you guys definitely topping me. Don't be a Lauren.
Veronica Hoffman wrote 143, which is amazing. Ali L wrote 162, and she wrote, "Hester lowers her hands and takes a second to look at the bird. It is very dark, black as midnight. Its eyes are huge. Moira, the bird chirps happily." I think I said that name right.
You did.
Okay, cool.
As far as I or we're both wrong.
Awesome. What else happened? Caitlin Hickson wrote, "How many people do you know who wake up on an average Monday morning as a dino?" What? I know 0 people like that. I would love to know more people like that.
I mean, I roar in the mornings.
Does that count?
I mean, it's because I don't drink coffee and I'm always disgruntled. But a writer who doesn't drink coffee Lauren's really doing things wrong today.
Wow.
275? I
Holy
can't believe
smokes.
that either.
Dingbat Dollface, amazing username.
Oh, and everybody's catching up with the wolf comments. It's because they're powerful creatures,
They are
guys.
powerful creatures.
My dog is like, she looks like a wolf.
She does, but she's like the sweetest, calmest, quietest dog.
Quietest wolf ever.
In my story, my character was trying to turn into a tiger shark, but missed and became a tiger instead, which was not helpful because they needed to breathe underwater. So
that fur really just drags you down.
Yeah, it really does. So cool. We do have a theme for this virtual write-in. It might not be clear, but
it's character development.
Woo! Characters are such an awesome part of story, especially if you're writing fiction. And even if you're not, like, you know, if you're writing nonfiction or something, you're probably following at least a few characters. And the nice thing about a first draft, if that's what you're working on, is that a first draft is a really good way to get to know your characters and to discover who they are and explore them. So we're going to think about that, and we're going to kind of help you get to know your characters a little bit better. We're actually going to be doing that a lot this Saturday too. Watch out for a cool announcement about that. But we're going to move into our next sprint. Yeah?
Yeah. All right. So the next sprint is, what was your character doing 1 year ago? There's going to be about 10 minutes on the clock. Well, exactly, because we're using a timer. And this doesn't have to be some great setup. It just, you know, what was going on? Yeah. Who are they? How did it affect their today or not?
And again, remember, if these prompts don't work for you or they don't happen to like strike an inspirational chord, go ahead and write whatever you want. And if you have an idea for better prompts for next week, put them in the chat. All right, so we're going to go for 10 minutes, and we are going to start right now. Oh, we've just passed the 5-minute mark, so we're about halfway through. Got less than a minute left. You got less than a minute left. All right. wrap up your sentences and then let us know your word counts for that sprint and any sentences that you would like to share with us. Or maybe just a quick recap of where your character was a year ago. Lauren is hastily finishing her sentence.
Well, I mean, I finally started putting some detail into other characters, and it ultimately answered a question about the functionings of the universe that I had a big X every time I wrote about.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was good. I'm very pleased.
We did see your comments about the loudness here. And it's funny that some of you noticed sirens because I 100% did not. I just like tuned them out. Yeah. Is that what you're supposed to do with sirens? Probably not.
I mean, we shouldn't say we hear enough of them, but we hear them often.
It is on a busy intersection. And if you did hear a dog, that is our executive director, Grant's dog, Lester, like Sarah was pointing out in chat. If you guys don't know already, Sarah Mackey, she's our director of community engagement. She's based up in Canada. She's the one typing away in chat to you guys from the NaNoWriMo account. This is Blobby. We tried to cover the microphone with him for a little bit. I don't know if that helped at all.
He was keeping my arm warm, so I'm glad he's back.
Yeah.
Seeing some funny things in the comments.
Awesome.
I'm loving this conversation between Elizabeth Walker and Kel Geese. I hope I said that correctly. Pretty sure a couple of my characters would want to slap me for all the crap I put them through if they were ever brought to life. And yeah, but my characters know I have to put them through that stuff. Otherwise, there would be no plot and they wouldn't be there in the first place.
Yeah, your characters should not be questioning their god anyway.
But that's the whole point of today's character development as well. Like, if there isn't a reason for the character to be there, then you gotta make one.
Stacy Panas wrote 385 words, which is amazing. And Jana Pavetto wrote 430. High five.
High five. I'm loving characters in therapy a year ago. There's Neville Black says, Carl hadn't changed much during the time they had been here. Mick mused. Oh my gosh, I'm butchering reading this. I should put on my glasses next time. Lauren. Oh.
Classic Lauren.
Finishing that thought. Not like they had. Oh, nope, I'm losing it. I can't do this. Help me.
The chat just moves so fast, you guys.
I'm loving your enthusiasm, guys.
Xenia K wrote, my legs couldn't and wouldn't get off the bed. They were as numb can be. They were practically dead. But mother didn't like me using that term. Going outside would cause mud on my wheelchair. Wow, sounds like it's intense.
Dark turn. I'm like smiling that. Only because I enjoyed it, not because it wasn't serious.
Sounds dramatic.
I like.
Ooh, Caitlin Hickson wrote, I was 13. I didn't want to be queen. I didn't have a choice. Dun dun dun.
Then there is. I cannot say this name in good conscience without butchering it.
Who?
Gianna. Oh, it's
Jana?
Jana.
Jana.
Pavetto.
I feel like it's Jana.
Jana. I'm betting it is. I hope it is. We were about to leave a town when Blaze suddenly stopped and turned to me with a deadly serious expression on her face and said words I will never, ever forget. I want donuts.
I want donuts too.
I'm sure that was a very pivotal point in your story and your character's development. I know it is for me. Every time I pass a donut store, I buy one.
Will your character settle for a cookie? We've got one here.
Feed it to Blobby or something. It's guys. I'm sorry, Kel. I see your comment. I did mess it up.
Nazumi Works wrote, I allow my consciousness to focus on the biomes, activating olfactory sense. Greenery, flowers, snow, the rough scent of baking sand and cactus greens, fetid swamp smells, all within parameters. Wow.
I really want to know what your book's about.
Yeah.
And that was what was happening a year ago in your character's life. I mean, I hope things didn't get too much more fetid because...
Yikes.
Should we jump back into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So we're going to go for another 10-minute sprint this time.
In this term, we're going to focus on a flawed protagonist. So you know, I think everyone knows Mary Sue's and Gary Stu's can get kind of boring just because they're totally perfect with their violet eyes and the fact that they're good at everything.
Like this guy, he's perfect. It's a gets my goat.
I feel like every time you meet someone who's like really like got it together, I'm always like, what's your dark side?
I know you've got something buried in your somewhere.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out.
Where and what?
You've now become the target of my investigation.
Like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, exactly. You're going on a scavenger hunt for dark qualities. So we're challenging you to do this with your characters. And we're going to start with something a little bit more, you know, like a little easier to kind of dip your toe into the water. So the prompt is, your character has just massively embarrassed himself, herself, itself. Write that scene. Gigantic embarrassment. We're gonna go for another 10 minutes. And we are going to start that right now. So go for it. Got about 5 minutes left, so right at the halfway point. We've got about a minute left. That is time. So wrap up your sentences and then let us know your word counts, possibly a sentence from your thing. Lauren is just
I'm
having a
losing
blast.
Oh my god, you guys are killing me with the blobby.
Clawless and flawless.
Blobby has claws.
He does.
They're very soft and made out of felt.
So clawful and flawful.
A falafel?
It did sound like falafel. He also has claws on his feet. Look at him.
He's got claws everywhere. And mouth claws, I think they're called teeth, but
He's hella ferocious. Don't be fooled by this pretty face.
I heard he's terrorizing some of your stories too, or he might be.
That's awesome.
I think Blobby is unisexy.
Yeah.
Gender neutral.
I like unisexy a lot. What happened in your writing during these 10 minutes?
Embarrassing?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of it was Blobby distraction because Blobby has been overrunning this comment thread. Oh my god, Bobby, all-knowing Blobby controls cookiedom. I mean, yeah, that's
Sure.
Somebody's squirrel from the beginning made a reappearance, and then so did Blobby. I think I'm going to read other people's comments because mine was kind of a personal piece.
Cicilu MB, the bookish unicorn potato, another amazing username, wrote 254 words, and said that was a tough scene. It sounds like it was really affecting the heart.
Megan
We're excited
H.
to hear more about that.
291, as he looked up at the others still standing on the dock, his face flushed red with embarrassment, and he struggled for an explanation. I slipped, he tried, aware of how weak the excuse sounded.
You gotta try an excuse, though.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ali L wrote 257 words. Oh, I think we read this character before. And the thought of Moira sitting in the dark, drawing all these little details, makes her hide her face behind a sketchbook. It's a very nice drawing.
Jenna Shaw says, there were parts of her that were brand new and parts that were antiques. If only we hadn't found out like this.
Wow.
Ooh.
That sounds intense.
Is it the new parts or the antique parts that are the embarrassment?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fiona Tai wrote 188 words. I ended up doing it about my minor antagonist. I like that. Yeah, totally. Like, these prompts don't have to be all about your protagonist. Buster is super mad.
Furious right now. There's a farmer's market happening and too many people. He's overwhelmed.
Buster's very sweet. He's a rescue dog.
Let's describe him in terms of the prompt.
Okay.
So an embarrassing thing for Buster.
An embarrassing fact about Buster is that he likes to bark that ferociously at toddlers. I mean, that's true.
Another embarrassing thing about Buster, if you can picture it, is he's just got a huge underbite that people make fun of sometimes, and then he gets embarrassed and hides his head in shame.
Oh.
It's adorable. I like it, but Buster, he's very self-conscious.
Lauren makes fun of him all the time. Don't believe her.
Bark away, little dog. Mine will join you. If so, Lauren and your dog hears Buster, it's a very communicative situation. But, man, these hashtags though, dink that doll face. You are just triumphing right now. Buster hates toddlers.
I mean, it's so true. I wish we had a good explanation. I think there is like some sort of traumatic event in his past, like from being a rescue dog, where maybe he met with a particularly cruel toddler.
Snibblebit, I love your username. 215 words says, my wispy ethereal entity burped. It must have rippled across him like a brick tossed into a puddle. Subtle. Yeah, subtle.
That's so good.
Oh my goodness. That's about how subtly I do everything. When
should we go on to our last prompt?
Probably. It's probably a good idea. Because some of you seem to like this one the best, at least at the very start. And that's a good enough reason for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is. Which one is it?
We're on best and worst case.
Oh man, we're moving slowly. Okay, so best and worst case scenario. What is the ultimate outcome for your protagonist? And conversely, what is the absolute worst case? You could write either or both, and we've got about 10 minutes to play with that.
Yeah.
It could be an extension of your embarrassment scene, maybe.
Totally. So we're going to go for about 10 minutes, and we are going to start right now. Got about 5 minutes left. Oh, we've got about 30 seconds left. Cool, that's time. Wrap up your sentences, your final murders.
Somebody said that so calmly. Oh my goodness. Everybody, what is this trend? The enthusiasm behind it. Burning forests while you're at it, Audrey. Oh my goodness.
Share your word counts with us in chat. Give us a few sentences. If you're, if the moment when you killed off your character is particularly gory, maybe just, keep it PG.
Censor it, pixelate it, and then redact it, and then post it. Somebody summoned Audrey again, a shadow demon to destroy the earth.
Holy smokes.
And that's the worst outcome, huh?
Maybe that's best case scenario.
Yeah, I mean,
who knows what
fresh
happens
starts,
to the earth?
right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need a demon to raise the planet.
Maybe the earth's been overrun by zombies.
They love your laugh, Tim. So do we.
Oh, man. Thanks, guys.
Audrey has no shame, says Audrey in third person. Guys.
Alexis Alexander wrote 428 words, which is amazing. Amanda Straw wrote 381. Whoa, Jenna Thornburg wrote 201 and is out of words. Don't worry, we will be shipping you more words. Expect them in the mail.
Handle with care on the side.
Yeah,
Although if they're the kinds of things that could raise the planet, then
handle with extreme
handle
caution.
with much more care than just a little. Neville Black says he rushed around the corner and Carl waited for him with a German gun in his, I think it means to say hand or head, and he fired.
Maybe he has a hand head.
I can't pronounce your L. Joes said 474 words. My arms really hurt right now. Yeah.
That's totally fair.
I might get
My
some
hand
carpal
started
tunnel from
cramping
that.
up. Yeah.
I've got a pinky going out right now from just speed reaching to some of the far keys. Your whole story is at almost 3,000 words now?
For Justine, that's amazing.
Whoa.
If your word count goal is 10,000, you're basically there.
Worst case. Lame Marchant says, worst case scenario summed up before writing is to have nothing that makes saying goodbye hard.
Ooh.
That's real sentiment.
Yeah.
People take that one to heart in your lives too.
That's good. Hannah Lunsford wrote, I just realized I've been writing in present tense this whole time and my story is supposed to be in past tense.
You can always switch that over.
Yeah.
At least you got the words out.
Just go through and add a D.
Sonia Dewing says her ex-boyfriend shows up on her trip and she wants out of there, but she's too drunk to drive anywhere, so the main guy character carries her back to the ship.
Oh,
is that
nice.
A best case or a worst case? Both at the same time, potentially, because it's got a savior element to it, even though you're going, that's terrifying. That happened to me the other day, actually. I did have one of those run-ins, and I went, and ran away. And then had the embarrassment story from the other prom. Oh, man. Why did it sound weird, Eljos? I did read it. I hope I read it all right. What did you write, Tim?
So for some reason, all of my scenes so far have included a plesiosaur. And so in this last one, so in previous scenes, his twin brother was eaten by a plesiosaur. Mm-hmm. And so his best case scenario is that he goes around, travels across the country, visits every lake, trying to find this plesiosaur, punches every plesiosaur he finds in the solar plexus so that it vomits. And then, while on this quest, his whole family is like, oh my God, what a tragic romantic hero. He's so eaten up by his grief. Just imagine what an awesome catch he would be if he weren't so psychotic about his twin brother being eaten by a plesiosaur. But he's like, no matter to you, I've got to do this. This is my quest. And then eventually he does find the plesiosaur and his twin brother has survived. And so the plesiosaur throws up his twin brother. He takes him home, returns as his hero. Worst case scenario is that his twin brother survived, was eaten by a plesiosaur. The plesiosaur eats a bad oyster, vomits him up, and then the brother hitchhikes home. Yeah, just because that's not as heroic. Anyway,
Oh my goodness.
there was a lot of weird stuff happening. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it
I'm
all.
loving it. It sounded like something you pulled straight out of my childhood. I used to know all dinosaur names when I was a kid.
Really?
I was that kid.
Nice.
All of them. Got none of
What's
them
your
now.
favorite dinosaur?
Parasaurolophus.
Oh my god, I don't even know what that is.
It's the one with the horn that kind of goes back on its nose and it makes a toot sound.
Cool.
It goes, whoop. You can buy like a molding kit and essentially reenact it because you can blow into it and it'll make the same horn sound, like a ram's horn would if you blow into it.
I'm covering Blobby's ears so he doesn't have to hear that your favorite dinosaur was not a Blobby.
Blobby could take a pussy.
I mean, that's true.
He's got some bulk and heft to him.
The thing about Blobby is, like, I feel like he could roll over
Blobby
things, but he's not necessarily, he's not really a predator.
No, we can't reference that right now, guys.
Blobby is love, Blobby is life. Kate Porch. I feel like there's a cult happening here. I don't know.
It's gonna go to Blobby's head, and he's not gonna fit through the doorway.
It's true. He's already a little insufferable from all the attention he gets here. So, should we read one more?
Meet my Velociraptor, Timmy.
From Janelle Henderson.
And some Battlestar Galactica. All right. Let's see. Should we give these guys some final thoughts? I guess we're kind of at that time.
We are at that time.
It's been real, guys.
It's been awesome. Thank you so much for coming to this virtual write-in.
So
we've got a little thank you.
Are we giving them thank you now? All right, guys. So like we did last Thursday, for those of you who stuck with us all the way to the end, we want to offer you a coupon code to our camp store for 15%. It is parent-trap. I don't know if you can read this, but I'm going to type it in the comments as well. It'll be good until the next virtual write-in, which is next Thursday. So it's a temporary thing, but thanks.
Yeah. So like Lauren said, there's going to be another virtual write-in on Thursday. This one's going to be at 11 a.m. Pacific time. I think if you guys look at the camp breaking news that went out on Monday, it has a link to like a time zone converter. So if you're not sure what time that is in your time zone, you can go back, click that, check it out. It's going to be really great. Lauren will be back.
Also, before I forget, when this live stream stops being live, the chats will again erase. So if you've got any of those prompt suggestions that you want us to try and incorporate next week or in the upcoming ones, please put them in the comments below the video so we can still access them because we want to play with what you have to say.
Or you can tweet them to us at NaNoWriMo.
That too.
Cool. Thank you so much again for coming. This is always super, super fun. We hope that the word sprints and the prompts were helpful to you and that you guys got to develop your characters more. Thursday, Lauren will be back and she'll be bringing Claire back. If you guys were here at the very first, at the season premiere of this April's virtual write-ins, she'll be returning. And we hope to see you guys there. We hope your word counts are going great and that your Camp NaNoWriMo is awesome.
Bye.
Bye.